There is a desert in Peru where the ground is full of bones, not buried, protruding from rock, weathered by millions of years of sun, as if the earth is slowly pushing them out. Whale ribs, vertebrae, skulls the size of cars, and teeth, two kinds, found in the same rock layer, sometimes meters apart. Triangular, serrated, 18 centimeters long. Shark teeth, the largest ever found on Earth. Conical, smooth, 36 centimeters long. Whale teeth, the largest predator teeth in the history of life on this planet. Two apex predators, one rock layer, one ocean, one time. This is the Pisco Formation. 12 million years ago, this desert was a warm, productive sea. And in that sea, two animals existed that have no equivalent today, not in size, not in power, not in what they could do to anything alive. Today we put them in the same water and find out what happened. Otodus Megalodon. The name means big tooth. It is an understatement. Largest confirmed tooth, 18.8 centimeters. Jaw span when open, 3.4 meters. Inside, 276 teeth in rotating rows. When one broke, the next moved forward within days. Self-replacing, never dull. Length, 15 to 18 meters. Weight, 50 to 70 tons. The largest great white ever measured was 6.1 meters. A large orca reaches 9 meters. Megalodon was not a larger version of something we know. It was a different order of magnitude entirely. Bite force, 108,000 to 180,000 newtons. The most powerful bite of any animal in the history of life on Earth. A saltwater crocodile, the record holder among living animals, produces 16,000. Megalodon produced 10 times that. But power alone is not a predator. Strategy is. The bite marks on Miocene whale bones are specific. Megalodon didn't go for the throat. It targeted the flippers, the tail flukes, the pectoral girdle, the structural framework of the whale's movement. Remove the ability to swim. Then wait. The prey bleeds out while the predator conserves energy. The most powerful bite in history. Applied with surgical precision to exactly the right place. It existed for 20 million years. Nothing in its world challenged it directly. Until something did. In 2008, paleontologist Olivier Lambert found a skull in the Pisco Formation. Large, heavily built. A whale, but not one he recognized. Modern sperm whales have teeth only in the lower jaw. The upper jaw is smooth. They hunt squid. Their weapons are limited. This skull had teeth in both jaws, upper and lower. Massive, conical, interlocking. 36 centimeters long, the largest teeth of any predator ever found. Longer than a human forearm, each one. They named it Leviathan melvillei, after the biblical Leviathan and after Herman Melville, who wrote Moby Dick. The scientists were not being dramatic. They were being precise. Length, 13 to 17 meters, comparable to Megalodon. But where Megalodon was built lean around cartilage, Leviathan was denser, with mass concentrated in the skull and jaw. The skull alone was 3 meters long, internally reinforced. A battering ram with teeth. Megalodon was built to bite the edges of things. Leviathan was built to hit them head-on. The whale bones around it at Pisco tell the hunting story. Deep bite marks on skulls, rostrums, cervical vertebrae. The front of the animal. Not the tail, not the flanks. The head. A two-stage attack. Ram first to stun, then the 36-centimeter teeth close on something that is still trying to understand what hit it. Leviathan. 12 to 9 million years ago. Same ocean, same coast, same prey, same place, same time. Different strategies for the same kill. The Pisco Formation is not just where both animals were found. It is where both animals hunted. 12 million years ago, this coastline was one of the most productive seas on Earth. Upwelling currents, enormous whale populations, dense concentrations of prey. Enough food to support multiple large predators simultaneously. Both Megalodon and Livyatan were here because the food was here. And the food was the same. Biologists call this niche overlap. Two apex predators competing for identical resources in the same space. Lions and hyenas in the Serengeti don't simply coexist. They steal kills from each other. They mob each other at carcasses. Constant low-level conflict over every meal. Megalodon and Livyatan were doing the same things to the same animals in the same water. When Megalodon killed a whale, the blood and pressure waves traveled for miles, directly into Livyatan's senses. When Livyatan made a kill at the surface, the disturbance registered in Megalodon's lateral line and electroreceptors. They knew each other, not as individuals, as presences, as rivals, as threats. This is a reconstruction. It did not happen exactly like this. But every element follows from documented biology. A 20-ton baleen whale has been dead 2 hours. It floats at the surface. Blood has been spreading for miles. 2 animals have been tracking it. A 16-meter female megalodon from the south. A 14-meter male Livyatan from the north, closer, arriving first, already feeding when the megalodon arrives. She slows at 60 meters, circles. He stops feeding, turns, and faces her directly. 2 animals the size of school buses, 60 meters of water between them, both reading the other, mass. Megalodon, 50 to 70 tons. Livyatan, comparable, possibly heavier, concentrated toward the front. No decisive advantage for either. Weapons. Megalodon's bite. 180,000 newtons of serrated enamel designed to shear bone. Livyatan's teeth, 36 centimeters, conical, designed to grip and puncture. Megalodon cuts. Livyatan holds. Megalodon attacks the periphery, flippers, tail. Livyatan attacks the center, the skull. Structure. Here the asymmetry appears. Megalodon's skeleton is cartilage. Its skull, the structure protecting the brain, is cartilaginous. In 20 million years, nothing has ever attacked its head directly. It has no defense for that specific threat. Livyatan's skull is dense cortical bone, internally reinforced, built to deliver and absorb head-on collisions. Its brain sits behind centimeters of impact-rated bone. Megalodon's weapon is its bite. Livyatan's weapon is its body. And Livyatan's body was designed for exactly the impact Megalodon has never had to survive. The Megalodon moves to flank. Standard, approach from the side, target the pectoral fin, shear through bone. The Livyatan turns to face her and accelerates. She has a choice. Commit to the flanking attack and absorb a direct collision with 50 tons of reinforced skull, or break off. She breaks off. Not fear, calculation. The risk is not worth one carcass. The Livyatan returns to feeding. The Megalodon circles for 20 minutes, then leaves. At a kill site, Livyatan held. In open water, hunting from below, Megalodon was untouchable. Neither animal had a complete answer to the other. Livyatan disappeared 9 million years ago. Megalodon disappeared 3.6 million years ago. Livyatan went first by 5 million years. Not because Megalodon killed it. No fossil evidence shows Megalodon predation on Livyatan. What the record shows is climate. Starting around 10 million years ago, global temperatures dropped. Warm coastal seas shrank. Prey distributions shifted toward colder, deeper, more distant water. Megalodon adapted. Smaller body-to-brain ratio, wider prey range, capable of tracking shifting whale populations. It persisted 5 million years after Leviathan was gone. Leviathan could not adapt. Its hunting strategy, the ram, the 36-centimeter teeth, the frontal attack on large baleen whales in shallow productive water, was too specific. When that environment contracted, nothing transferred. Leviathan dominated the kill site. Megalodon outlasted it by 5 million years. In the short run, Leviathan held. In the long run, adaptability won. And then Megalodon went too. The warm coastal seas it had hunted for 20 million years shrank beyond recovery. The prey base collapsed. It had no competitor left, just a world that had stopped being what it needed. Both animals were destroyed by the same thing, a world that stopped being what they were built for. The Pisco Formation is a desert now. The sea is gone, the animals are gone, but the teeth are still there. Both kinds, in the same rock. 36-centimeter whale teeth beside 18-centimeter shark teeth, in sediment that settled over the bones of the whales they both killed. This is the only battlefield we have. 2 sets of teeth in the same dirt, telling us that for 3 million years, these two animals shared the same water, the same prey, the same kills, and neither eliminated the other. Megalodon was the perfect ambush predator. Leviathan was the perfect frontal predator. One had the bite, the other had the body. At a carcass, Leviathan held. On the hunt, Megalodon was unreachable. They were not predator and prey. They were rivals, and the ocean was just large enough to hold both of them, until it wasn't large enough for either. Olivier Lambert's team returns to Pisco every field season. The bones keep coming out of the ground. The last Megalodon tooth found there was extracted in 2023. Still sharp, still the most powerful weapon any predator ever carried. Waiting, like everything at Pisco, to be found.